I'm here with the Volvo XC90 and the all-new Volvo XC60, but without telling you which one is which, would you be able to know? Well, this is the XC60, that's all new for 2018, and this one is the XC90. And we love the XC90. It was our best of in 2016, which is Cars.com's most prestigious award. But now in 2018, you have the XC60 that's completely redesigned from the frame up, and it looks like the XC90 on the inside and out. But there are some key differences that at this lower price point, the XC60 is the car that you want. The 60 is expectedly less expensive than the 90, but perhaps most surprising is that the interior style and quality is almost spot on with the XC90. It has the same massive touchscreen, and also the styling. I mean, you can compare the two. They look nearly identical. Where the 90 does have an edge though is the door panel. The door panels on the 90 have more details. They have more aluminum and wood highlights and trim. The 60 is a little more bare in that regard, but overall you have that same luxurious feeling except for less money. The XC90 doesn't have this highlight on the dashboard, which on this car is filled with an optional driftwood inlay. It runs from the left side of the car to the right side of the car, and it just ties together the whole interior, and it stands out as very high quality. The wood is porous, and you can run your fingernail over it and feel the texture of the wood inlay. It's a very well done and classy piece that ups the luxuriousness of the XC60's interior. Unique to the 60 are cave-like storage areas underneath the seat cushion. The seats don't flip up to show any of this, but there's this opening underneath them. It's about 9 inches deep, about 11 inches wide, and you can fit things like a tablet or maybe a book, something just to keep it out of the way. We just hope that you discover this before your kids do, because it's big enough to fit a lot of crap. The XC60 takes a page from the V90 wagon's cargo area, and that's with the dual position rear cargo cover. Now this cover, it has a standard position that's horizontal with the floor, but it also has a taller position where you can move it into, so you can fit taller objects in the cargo area and still keep them hidden from onlookers. The XC60 is definitely the more dynamic driving of the two. It has a shorter wheelbase, and it's also 300 pounds lighter than the XC90. But it's lighter and also has the same amount of power as the XC90, so it's faster. 0 to 60 for the base model is almost a full second faster than the XC90's base model, and the 400 horsepower T8 can do 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds compared with 5.3 seconds of the XC90. And that's something you can feel in the seat of your pants when you're driving the XC60. It is definitely the more athletic of the two. It's still not as dynamic driving as a Porsche Macan or a BMW X4 M40. The sharpness and the flatness in corners just isn't there. It's a perfectly fine riding and driving SUV, but perhaps not as sporty as other cars out there. Perhaps what's more impressive is just how much the XC60 really is like the XC90. One of the 60's options is the air suspension, and that gives the car adjustable ride height and also adjustable firmness suspension. So you have various modes, including the dynamic mode and normal mode and eco mode, where the height of the suspension can change to impact aerodynamics and ride quality. The cargo area also, with that air suspension, has a cargo load mode where from the back of the cargo area you can hit the button inside of the cargo area and lower the rear of the car for easier cargo access. The XC60 starts around $5,000 lower than the XC90, but comes with all-wheel drive that the XC90 makes optional. But it doesn't stay in the $40,000 range for too long. The inscription trim level that we're testing in the T8 hybrid is a $70,000 car, and the XC90 next to it is a $74,000 car. in the T6 trim level. But it's pretty simple to determine which one you should buy. If you don't need that third row, the XC60 is the way to go.